Hello Dev, is it audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
So what we were discussing about? We were discussing about string data type, right? So we were discussing about slice operator, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So with the help of
Yes,
slice
sir.
operator, what we can achieve? So when we use slice operator, what it returns? It returns substring. What it returns? It returns substring. So if you observe the substring, so what part of the string will be written by that particular slice operator? So if you observe that, so as part of slice operator, so before colon and after colon, we were mentioning the index value. So the value which we mention before the slide, before colon operator, before colon, so it is the starting index or beginning index. The value which we mention after the colon within the subscript, right? So that is called as what? End index minus one. End index minus one. The value which we specify there as part of what? As part of the subscript after the colon operator. After the colon operator. So that value minus one will be considered. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
That is what we discussed in the previous session, right? So we will discuss few more examples related to slice operator. So what happens with the slice operator? Advantages we will look with the slice operator. Okay. So are you able to see the paint window?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Okay. So slice operator, it always returns what? Substring. Slice is nothing but what? Part of the string. It returns the substring or slice from the beginning index to end index minus one. So this begin index and end index has to be specified by the programmer. Let us suppose you consider a string like this. So s equal to a to z I have considered. A to z. I have considered A to Z. So if you observe the string, so if you consider the positive indexes for a string, so it's always starts from what? 0. So what I have considered here, A to Z is considered here. So A's index is 0, B's index will become 1, C's index will become 2. Similar way, Z index will become what? 25. Let us suppose my requirement is to display a part of the string from this particular s. Okay, so the substring what I require is it should start with q and it should end with v. So this is my requirement. Q to v is needed. Q to v is needed. So if you observe the index value of the q, so q's index is what? 16. What's the index of v, guys? Can anyone respond?
20.
21. 21 is the index of the v, isn't it? So as part of slice operator, that means, so as I have to display the part of the string, so what I have to do as a Python programmer, I have to use what? Slice operator. By using slice operator, I can return a part of the string, substring. Slice can be considered. So I should start with q and then should end with what? V. So this is my requirement. So I need to display q to v, right? So q's index is 16 and v's index is 21. So if you observe the beginning index can be specified as it is. What's the q's index? Q's index is 16. So directly I can mention 16 here, 16 followed by colon operator. And then what should be the end index? So when I'm specifying a value like 21, right? So what it considers? It considers up to 21 only. Sorry, it considers up to 20. So the index which we specify here after the colon minus 1 will be considered. So what I need up to v, right? So what is its index? What is its index? What's the v's index? Just give me a second.
21.
21. So when I'm giving 21 here, so what happens there? So it will display up to u but not v, right? So what I have to do? Plus 1 has to be added. So 21 plus 1, it will become 22. So when I mention up to 22, so it considers up to 21 index, isn't it? So just give me a second. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. So what I need up to V, right? So what is its index? 21. If I'm specifying 21 here as the end index, so which value will be considered? So it will be subtracted by 1 and it will consider up to 20. So what will be the result? It will display up to U but not V. So if I need up to V, so it plus 1 has to be considered, such that the value which we specify after the colon minus 1 will be considered by the system. So when I specify 22 here, which value will be considered here? Please respond, guys. Are you
21.
able to understand or not? So minus 1. So 22 minus 1 will become what? 21, right? So it displays up to the V. Is it clear? So output
Yes,
will
sir.
be URSTUV. Now, my requirement is like this. So I have considered a string like Vamshi. So Vamshi is the string. So if you observe the characters which are part of this string, so all the characters are mentioned in lowercase, VAMSHI. But my requirement is what? Init cap method. So means what? The first character of the string has to be reprinted in uppercase and remaining will be left as it is. So if your requirement is like this, okay, so here is my string, Vamshi is the string, so all of the characters are reprinted in lowercase, but what I'm expecting from the output, so the first letter has to be converted into which character, guys? Into which case? Uppercase. Remaining are
Uppercase.
left as it is. So this is my requirement. Okay, so if you need this one, so S of 0, so as part of subscript, what I have mentioned, guys?
0.
S of 0. So S of 0 will return what?
V, sir.
V will be written dot upper. So this upper function will do what? What it does?
Convert smaller case to uppercase.
Converts into uppercase. Now V will be converted into what?
Uppercase.
Uppercase. Then here I am using plus operator. This plus is acting like string concatenation operator. What it acts like?
String concatenation.
When I use plus operator between the strings, when I use plus operator between the string, then that plus operator will act like what? String concatenation. So what it performs? So when I'm using plus operation between the strings, what it does? Please
String
respond.
concatenation.
String concatenation takes place. Okay. So S of 0 dot upper. So what's the result, guys? S of 0 dot upper. What's the result?
Capital V, sir.
Capital V is the result. Then plus operator. This plus operator is what? String concatenation operator. Then S of, so within the square braces. So here I am seeing what? Slice operator or not? Please answer.
Yes, sir.
So colon before what we are seeing?
1.
1. So 1 is the starting index, right? The value which we specify before the colon will be treated as what? It will be treated as the starting index, beginning index. And what about ending index? Have we specified any end index here?
No, sir.
So
It will take
when we
up
are
to
not
last letter
specifying
of the
here,
string.
it considers up to the last character of the string. So what's the last character of the string, guys?
I, sir.
I. So within the S string, so it will start from A and considers up to which character? I. See here. So 0 is, so within the string called as Vamshi. So if you observe here, so I will show you the, okay. See here. What is V's index, guys? Please respond.
0. 0.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this S of 0 is considered as V. This V letter is considered and it converts into what? Capital. So this is the result. Capital V is the result of this particular part of the statement. Then after plus means what? String concatenation operator. Then when I'm writing like this 1, so it should start with what? It will consider from A. Starting index is what? 1. So it considers from A up to what extent? Did I mention any kind of end index here?
No, sir.
So when I am not mentioning the end index, it considers what? The last character of the string. It considers up to the last character of the string. So what's the last character?
I.
I. So if you observe the result of this statement, so A M S H I. Okay. So V plus A M S H I. What's the result, guys? Output is what? This is the result. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So capital V A M S H I. Is the concept clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Next, I will give you one more example regarding the slice operator. You consider the same string, guys. Sorry. Are you able to see the string? S equal to what I am doing? I am taking the string in the form of what? Vamshi. Are you able to see the paint window?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, my requirement is, if you observe the requirement, so requirement is to display Vamshi. This is my requirement. Is it clear? So what's the difference between the initial string and the resultant string? Can anyone respond?
Last letter is uppercase.
Last letter is uppercase. Last letter is uppercase. Now I need this kind of output. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will do like this. To get this kind of output, I will write. So I'm taking an output variable. Then I'm taking the slice operator. So what's the beginning index, guys? 0,
0.
0, 2, 0, 2. I'm having a function like len of s. Length function will return what? The length of the string or not? So what's the length
Yes,
of the
sir.
string, guys?
5, sir.
So what's the length of the string?
5, sir.
VAMSHI, guys. How many characters? 6 characters. But I need what? Up to H, the letters has to be displayed in lowercase or not? These letters has to be displayed as it is, right? So I will consider up to VA0 S of 0 to len of S minus 1. So len of S will return what? 6, right? So if you observe the indexes that are associated with the characters of this particular string, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Isn't it? So 0 to 6 minus 1 means what? It becomes 0 to 5. Isn't it? Is it not? Hello? Are you understanding? 0 to length of S. Length of S will give what? It will return 6, right? So 6 minus 1 will become? Hello?
5, sir.
5. So 0 to 5 in the sense, up to what extent it will display? V to I will be displayed?
Up to H, sir.
Up to?
H.
Up to H. Super Bama.
I.
So result is what? VAMSH. So 5 means what? 5 minus 1 will be considered. Here, what I'm mentioning here, length of as part of the end index. So what I'm mentioning here, I'm mentioning an expression, right? The result will be deducted by 1 again. So if you observe here, so here I'm getting 5. So 5 minus 1 will become what? 4. So it considers 0 to 4. So result is what? VAMSH. Then the last letter should be written with what? Please respond, guys. What should be the last letter?
Uppercase.
So when I need from this particular character, right? So Python programming language is supporting both kind of indexes or not, positive and negative or not.
Yes, sir.
So I need I value. Okay. So to get I value, to access I value, can I use negative index?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So what's
sir.
the negative index of I, guys?
-1.
-1. So here I will write S of -1. Okay. So this S of -1 will return what? I. So what it has to be done? It has to be converted into uppercase or not?
Yes, sir.
So to convert into uppercase, we will be using
Dot upper.
upper function. Okay. dot upper. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what's the result, guys? Result is what? Is it the result which I'm expecting from the program execution?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the output. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Next,
sir.
next is I'm expecting. So problem. Okay. So problem or requirement I am considering. Okay. So S equal to, you consider the same string again, VAMSHI. Okay. So I am expecting capital V AMSH and one and what? So first letter of the string and last letter of the string has to be displayed in which case, guys?
Capital.
Capital
Okay.
case. So this is my requirement. So in order to get this kind of string from the, in order to get this kind of output from the given string, what I have to do? So first of all, what I have to do? I have to take output variable. I'm writing into and I'm assigning the value into another variable. Okay, I'm taking output sort of variable. So S of 0 is considered because I need what? The first character of the string. So when I need first character of the string, so this particular value can be accessed with the help of the positive index or not. So what's the positive index of V?
0.
0. Then as V is represented in lowercase, first of all, it has to be converted into uppercase or not.
Yes, sir.
So which function has to be used?
Upper.
Upper.
Function can be used. So here I'm using upper function. Then string concatenation should be taken place or not. So string concatenation operator should be used. Then what I have to write? I have to use slice operator. So I need this part of the string or not. A to S is, sorry, A to H is needed or not?
Yes, sir.
A to H is needed. So what's the starting index?
1.
1. So what's the end index? So here A's index is 1, M
4.
index is 2, S index is what? 3, H index is what?
4.
4. Now, which values has to be specified? So before colon, so value which we specifying are first ending,
1.
start beginning index. So what's the beginning index?
1.
1 has to be specified. What about end index?
5.
5 has to be,
Then
5 has to be specified. So 1 colon 5. Superb. Then plus, now you tell me,
S of minus 1.
S of minus 1. Superb. S of minus 1. Then
Dot upper.
dot
upper
Upper.
function.
upper function. Superb. Now you are on the track. Sorry, upper is a function, right? Simply you can mention function. So what's the result, guys? So if you consider this part, okay. So what's the result, guys? Result will be V. Okay. So what's the result of this particular part?
AMSH.
AMSH. What's the result? What's the result of this part?
Capital
Capital I.
Capital I. So what happens here? So first of all, it performs string concatenation between the two parts. Okay. So we will be concatenated with what? AMSH. AMSH. Then VAMSH is concatenated with what? I. So result will be what? C. So first letter and last letter of the string is represented in which case? First letter and last letter of the string,
uppercase.
uppercase. So that's the result. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Save the file. I'm saving it as a string, sorry, slice operator, slice example 3. Then I will give you one more example, guys, regarding slice of, not regarding slice operator, it's regarding concatenation operator. So how concatenation operator is represented in Python programming language, guys?
Plus.
Plus
Yes.
operator. Okay, so I'm giving you the example. S1 equal to C. Okay, S2 equal to Krishna. Okay, S3 equal to Godishala. Okay, so I'm writing S1 plus S2 plus S3. Print of S1 plus S2 plus S3. So what's the result, guys? What's the output?
Vamsi
Vamsi
Krishna
Krishna
Gurushala.
Gaurishal.
Om Shri Krishna Godishala. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
So plus is called as what?
String
String
Concatenation.
concatenation operator. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now I will give you one more example. Okay, so it's regarding string concatenation again. So save as string concatenation. String concatenation example. Okay, simply I will write string cat dot string cat example 2. Okay, saving the program. Then I'm taking one more example, guys. Okay, so here I'm writing x equal to Vamshi plus, here I am writing 20. Can I write this kind of syntax? Can I write this kind of statements as part of Python programming language, guys?
No, sir.
No. So this kind of syntax is not allowed. So it is invalid statement. Sorry. Invalid statement. Reason, if you observe here, so what I'm using, what are the values I'm giving here, guys? So before plus operator, here I'm mentioning the first value in the form of what? String. What's the second value, guys?
Int.
Integer value. So string and integer sort of string concatenation is not supported in which language, guys? Python programming language. So when I'm mentioning string here, so both parts should be specified as what? Strings.
Strings on.
Okay, so if you are specifying the first part as string and the second part as an integer value, or if you are specifying a number as the second part, so this kind of string concatenation won't be seen in Python programming language, but it can be seen in Java programming language, guys. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So what's the result, guys? Result of the above statement is what?
Error.
Error.
Is error. Is it clear? Please respond. Please respond, guys. String
Yes, sir.
cat example 3. Okay, so I will show you the examples practically, so on ideally. So are you able to see the ideally untitled window?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So the things which we discussed will be shown practically. So it's related to what? String concept. Okay, all the examples are related to string examples, guys. So here I'm taking s equal to what? I'm taking Vamshi, guys. Okay, s equal to Vamshi. So what I'm doing now, so I'm displaying init cap. So the first letter has to be converted into uppercase, remaining letter has to be kept as it is. Okay, so in order to get that kind of string, so first of all, the first character has to be converted into what? Uppercase. So I'm using upper function. Are you able to see the untitled window?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So remaining letters has to be left as it is or not? So for that,
Yes, sir.
so I'm using string concatenation operator here. So string concatenation operator used in Python programming language is what? Plus. So I'm using plus here. S of, so within the subscript, what we have to mention? Slice operator has to be used or not? So use slice operator. So starting index is what?
1.
1. What about the remaining? So the end index, we need to mention it or not? We don't need
Not
it.
to be
So
mentioned.
if you do not mention it, what happens here? It considers up to the last character. Is it clear? Save the logic. I'm saving within the Python folder. So I'm saving the logic within the Python folder. This particular Python folder is available on the desktop of my computer. So Python CSCB, I'm saving the logic. So it's an example related to string, right? So string slice example1, string slice example1 dot py. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So after saving the logic, what's the next step? Run the program.
1.
Are you able to see the output?
Yes, sir.
What it has displayed? First character in uppercase, remaining are left as it is. But if you observe the next requirement, what I have to do? So convert the I into the uppercase, remaining characters has to be left as it is. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So go to the logic. So are you able to see the code window?
Yes, sir.
So now got this logic. So it should start with what? The 0th index, and it should consider up to which part? 5. When I'm taking up to 5, what it will consider? It considers the character up to
H.
H. Then what we have to do? Can you tell me the logic? After this
String
part,
concatenation.
string concatenation operator. What do I need? I has to
Yes,
be converted into uppercase, right? So to get the value of I from the S string, what I have to do?
Use slice operator.
S of minus.
Sorry,
S of minus.
S of -1 has to be used. Then
Dot upper.
dot upper function has to be used. That's it. Very simple. Save the logic. It's an example for what? String slice operator, right? So string slice, and also it's combination of what? String concatenation, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Well, combination of slice operator and concatenation. So string slice example 2 dot y. Then I'm executing the program. Run the program and see the output. Are you able to see the output?
So,
What it has shown? I in uppercase. Now the next requirement is what? First character and the last character has to be represented in hello
okay.
uppercase. Then go to the code window. Go to the code window. Can anyone tell me the logic? What we have to do? So as part of the print. So first of all, I have to consider what? S of 0 dot upper. Then string concatenation operator within the subscript. That means when we focus upon the slice operator, so this beginning index, it should start with what?
1.
1.
Save the logic. String slice example 3 dot py. Save the code and execute the program. Sorry. What's the fault, guys? Can anyone respond?
Braces, sir.
Super. So braces are missing here. Circular braces. That's the fault. Are you able to see the output?
Yes, sir.
So first character and last character are displayed in format of what? Uppercase. Remaining are left as it is. Now if you observe the next requirement, first character and last character should be left as it is. And the remaining, that means in between the characters has to be displayed in uppercase. That is my requirement. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
So what's my requirement, guys? So I'm expecting this kind of output, guys. So first character is left as it is. So I'm writing in the comments, guys, how single line comments are reprinted with the help of
Double slash.
hash symbol, not double forward slashes. Here we are using what? Hash symbol for reprinting the single line comment. So output I required is what? V, and the remaining characters has to be displayed in uppercase. AMSH. What about last character?
Lowercase.
Lowercase. This is my requirement. Okay, this is my requirement. Okay, so to get this kind of value, what I have to do? You consider, you remove this upper function, you remove this upper function from the last part. And can anyone tell me the logic? So what I have to modify?
Add upper function to S of 1 to 5.
Superb. So upper, and save the logic. String slice example 4 dot py, then save the logic, then run the program. Are you able to see the output?
Yes, sir.
Is it the output which I'm expecting from the program execution?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Or else
Yes,
do you
sir.
have any kind of doubts regarding this string concatenation operator and slice operator?
No
No,
doubt, sir.
Now you observe the logic. So here I am writing print of s of. Here I am not mentioning the beginning index. Okay, simply I am mentioning what? Colon, and then like this. So what I have done, beginning index is not mentioned, end index is not mentioned. Can anyone tell me the output? So what's the default index it will consider? When I'm not mentioning the beginning index, which value will be considered?
0, sir.
0 will be considered. When I'm not considering the end index, so it considers up to what extent? It considers
Last
up to
value.
the last character which is part of the string. So what will be the result, guys? Save the code and run the program. You will understand. Are you seeing the output?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Are you understanding slice operator?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So when I am not mentioning the beginning index and end index, so that's the result. So what it considered? What will be the result? The whole string is considered as the output. Okay, so the result is what? So s of what? Within the subscript, when I'm mentioning the slice operator here, without mentioning the starting index and ending index, it considers the whole string. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Now you consider one more statement. So s of s within the subscript, I'm mentioning like 0 0 colon. What will be the result, guys?
error.
Error. So see the logic, sorry, see the output. Now you will understand. I'm saving the logic and I'm executing the program. See here, what's the result? What it has displayed?
String.
Same string. So when you are specifying an index which is out of bounds, when it is not available within the valid index range, it is not leading to any kind of error. So it happens only when you are using in the slice operator. But when you are specifying an index which is out of bounds, out of bounds or which is not part of the valid index range, then in such case it leads to an error. But when you are mentioning an index which is not part of the valid index range, when you are using that index in the part of what, in the part of slice operator, then it won't show you, then it won't lead to any kind of error. Is the concept clear, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
See the logic, see the code. Are you able to see the output?
Yes, sir.
So what is visible on your screens?
Code window.
Code window. Okay. So the next concept is about string repetition operator. What's the concept, guys?
String repetition.
String repetition. So are you able to see the new window? Untitled window.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm writing is equal to, I'm writing Vamsi. Okay. Vamsi followed by what I'm using?
Asterisk.
Asterisk. Followed by I'm giving T here. Then I'm writing print of S. Now you see the output. Okay. So this is what it is called as string repetition operator. What it is called as, guys?
String repetition
String
operator.
repetition operator means what happens? Vamsi will be repeated for 3 number of times. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See the output, save the logic. So before executing the program, save the logic. So string example for what?
String repetition.
String repetition operator. Example 1 dot if. Run the logic. Are you seeing the output? What it has done? What happened here?
3 times.
Vamshi is displayed for 3 times. Now I need to repeat the string for 10 times. Can anyone tell me the modification?
Asterisk 10.
So in place of 3, so 3 should be substituted with what?
10.
10.
Save the logic and go for execution. Are you able to see the output?
No, sir.
Please
Yes,
respond.
sir. Yes, sir.
So Vamshi is displayed for how many number of times?
10 times.
10 times.
Yes, sir.
Now go to the code window. Now in place of 10, are you seeing the code window?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in place of Vamshi, in place of 10, if I'm giving a character like K here, now what happens? You tell me. What it leads to? Saving the code. String repetition operator example 2 dot py. So what I have done? I have used string repetition operator. String followed by what? Asterisk. So this asterisk will become what? String repetition operator. So after asterisk, what we have to mention? Please respond, guys. We have to specify a non-decimal value or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So in
sir.
place of non-decimal value, if I am mentioning a character, what happens? What will be the result? Are you able to see the code? Sorry, are you able to see the output window?
Yes, sir.
What it
Sir.
is showing?
Name K is not defined.
Name error.
So it is leading to an error. So what should be specified, guys? So after asterisk, what should be specified?
Non-decimal.
Non-decimal value. Please remember, guys. Point to be noted. Is the concept clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So in the next session, we will discuss about typecasting. What's the concept, guys?
Typecast.
Typecasting.
Typecasting. So typecasting is nothing but